Here's an American Family News update for you. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Vice President Kamala Harris is planning to sit down with CNN this week for her first interview since President Biden dropped his re-election bid. The Democratic presidential nominee will be joined by her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, for a recorded interview with CNN anchor Dana Bash in Savannah, Georgia. The interview is to be played back on Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Harris's lack of access has become one of Republicans' key lines of attacks against her as she ascended to the top of the Democratic ticket after Biden's July 21st announcement. And VP Harris is vowing to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a wall along the southern border if she's elected, a project she once called un-American during the Trump administration. Kentucky Congressman James Comer shared his reaction on Fox.
Kamala Harris's position now on the border will go down in history as the biggest presidential election flip-flop since Bill Clinton announced the era of big government is over.
The vice president has endorsed a bipartisan border deal from the Senate, accusing Republicans of blowing up the deal after former President Trump came out against it. The vice president has been campaigning on stricter immigration policy as Trump spends millions of dollars attacking her over border security. Harris has said she opposes Trump's policy of family separation at the border and also mass deportations. Special counsel Jack Smith filed a new indictment on Tuesday against Donald Trump over his efforts to undo the 2020 presidential election that keeps the same criminal charges but narrows the allegations against him. This following a Supreme Court opinion that conferred broad immunity on former presidents. The new indictment removes a section of the indictment that had accused Trump of trying to use the law enforcement powers of the Justice Department to overturn his election loss. It's an area of conduct the Supreme Court said is allowed, and that Trump was absolutely immune from prosecution. A federal appeals court has ruled against a Tennessee bid to collect millions of dollars in family planning funds. The state didn't want to go along with federal rules that said the state has to provide abortion referrals. Tennessee has a ban on abortions, and it didn't want to make abortion referrals, and the judge said no. In 2021, the Biden administration announced that clinics that accept Title X funds must offer information about abortion. However, Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti argued the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services did not alert officials how the rule would apply in states with abortion bans now allowed after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. The U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals argued in a ruling Monday that Tennessee could not use its abortion law to, quote, dictate eligibility requirements for Title X funding. The ruling means the federal government will not reinstate Tennessee's Title X funding while the lawsuit continues through the courts. And that's all for this American Family News update. Thanks for watching. I'm Bronson Woodruff.